6, 7.
Hey, welcome to Jet Fuel.
I'm Michael.
I'm Jett.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Bradford, but I'm off screen.
Bradford's doing stuff with the...
Okay, so first topic we will be talking about.
Well, before we say anything, so Jet Fuel will just talk about like whatever's on our minds,
Yeah,
whatever we feel like is relevant.
Whatever we
want
to talk about.
Yeah, we're not really like we don't need to be specific on one thing. We'll just talk about whatever we want.
Yeah,
So-
we're just here to have a good time.
Yeah, we don't limit ourselves.
All right,
we
I'm
don't
just going to go through the people here. We got Cody here, camera 1. And we got Michael. We already met Jett, Waldrop, and the quiet one, Caitlin. Right.
Caitlin's not going to say anything.
She's really
Yeah, I know I
she's
will.
got a
I
couple
will.
things prepared.
I do.
She
I
wants
do.
to talk about the Bachelorette later.
No, The Bachelor in Paradise.
My
Bachelor in
bad, sorry.
Paradise. And what's been going on with that?
So
I don't know about
to,
that.
To start off, I want to talk about college football. Rankings just came out. Top 5 teams was Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, and Ohio State. Do you think they got the rankings right to start off the year?
Well, I mean, those are your basic powerhouses that you see every year. I feel like Ohio State doesn't it? Okay, thing about for me is Georgia and Ohio State. Georgia, they have all the talent, but they just don't know how to seal the deal. They had 3 losses last season, and Ohio State always gets blown out every year by nobody. And let's see if they stop that streak this year. But I mean, yeah, I think they pretty much got it right.
All right, Michael, you.
I feel Clemson is number 1, of course, and I feel Alabama should have been 2nd, Oklahoma 3rd, and so on after that.
So you think Oklahoma's better than Georgia?
Yes.
Got it. All right. Jett?
Who was 3rd, 4th, and 5th? In what order?
Georgia 3rd, Oklahoma 4th, Ohio State was 5th.
I really don't think Ohio State should really be in it. I feel like Alabama should be number 1 just for the fact that Clemson's normally put as the underdog, and it gives them more of a boost. And the last time Clemson was ranked number 1, they didn't even make it to the national championship that season, which I'm pretty sure was 2017
season.
Yeah, when they lost to Alabama in the playoffs. But I don't know. I see them more as an underdog because nobody ever wants to see them at number 1. But they're a good team, and they could do it again. But I don't think Ohio State should be in there. Oklahoma lost Kyler Murray.
Who do you think should
but
be
they
in
got
there
Jalen
over
Hurts.
Ohio State?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Who's
people
number 6?
who are just out is LSU, Michigan, Florida.
LSU.
I'd say LSU too.
LSU
and
or
then
Michigan.
LSU. I see Michigan. I have yet to be impressed by Jim Harbaugh or Michigan because Jim Harbaugh, his best accomplishment is getting consistent 10+ win seasons, but besides that, he can't. He hasn't beaten the rival Ohio State. He hasn't taken them to the playoffs or done anything like that. And Michigan is a really renowned program, so
Right.
I don't. Nothing's really happened with them. So LSU maybe outside of that, or
All right,
Texas outside of that.
I'm gonna get a Caitlin here. Caitlin, who do you think is gonna win it all this year?
I mean, I obviously think Clemson, but
Who's your favorite
I
player?
have to
in
agree.
Clemson?
I think, like what Jett said about like Clemson being number 1, like I think it just gets in their head and like it just like messes up their confidence and everything.
Wait, what did you think Jett said? Caitlin,
Huh?
what did you agree with Jett on?
Oh, that Clemson should be 2nd just because the fact that Alabama.
We're obviously Clemson fans. Yes.
Well, I know, yeah, but like because like it just gets in like their heads, and like he said, like the last time we were ranked first, like at the beginning of the season, it messed with our like heads.
Clemson should be 2nd because it makes Alabama losing a lot better.
Yeah, and honestly, talking about the 2017 team again, Dabo said afterwards, the whole time he didn't feel like their heads were really with it before the game had started. And I mean, I like to think Clemson's a pretty humble team. But it's
yeah.
easy to let all that power kind of get to your head when you are number one. And I think we've deserved a spot at number one, but number two is not saying we deserve to be number two because I think we are the best team, but it is a good place where we can always strive to be better.
Yeah. Caitlin, who's your top 5 teams?
Or Caitlin, can I stop you there? Because I'm about to ask.
Yeah, that's fine.
End of the season, gonna start with Cody. Who's in the college football playoff?
Well,
I'm gonna ask everybody this.
I'm gonna say probably. I think by the end of the season we'll probably be around Clemson, Alabama, then maybe Texas. Yeah. I don't know about maybe around 4th and.
I can see Texas just getting lucky.
Yeah, Texas getting lucky, having kind of like Notre Dame this year where they went undefeated. Texas has got a good team. Ellinger is a Heisman candidate. And, not saying he's second coming or whatever. He's good. And maybe, I don't know, shake things up. I put LSU at 3. I just don't like saying Georgia every year, saying 4 because Georgia just, I don't know, it's something about them.
Right.
They got some good wide receivers, though.
Michael, who's making the college football playoff?
I said Clemson, obviously. Clemson, Alabama, of course, at the end. And I would agree with you, Texan, and
Texas.
yeah. And maybe Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Oh, that's interesting. All right, Jett.
I agree with Cody. I think it'll be Clemson or Alabama at number 1. Probably Alabama by the end of the season. Everybody. Clemson will have a game where it struggles against a lower-rated team, and then that's when they'll drop to number 2, but they'll still come out with a win, probably.
Yeah.
And then Alabama will go up, and probably LSU next if LSU can keep playing the way they're playing, and then Texas. I just think Texas will get lucky and just get in there somehow.
All right.
Caitlin.
Definitely Clemson and Alabama. I think Alabama will go in knowing that they're already going to be in it, and then like Jett said, Clemson will struggle some. And then the other 2 spots, I definitely think LSU will be in, and I'm not quite sure about the 4th spot just because that's something that is just I don't know, could change.
So I've got a question about the ACC championship. So, the Atlantic, Clemson's I don't want to be too cocky because, anything can happen. It's college football. But, Clemson, you can probably guess, has that covered. But, how is the rest of the ACC looking? How's FSU looking? You think Miami or Virginia will make it to Coastal for the ACC championship? What are our thoughts on how ACC is looking this year?
Not really too many thoughts from me.
All right, well, that's all we have. I'm going to have a question of my own.
Okay.
The ACC really just looks like it always does to me.
See,
Yeah.
The thing is, people seem to forget that 3 years ago, the ACC was, I don't know, maybe not as good as the ACC, but they were competing, and then it's had 2, off years of just bad football. But, you saw in the Miami-Florida game, not that either of those teams were playing good football, but, it was a close game. So I feel in Miami, the 2019 class was 3rd in recruiting. So, I don't know. I feel like all those Florida teams too, FSU, I think there's going to be a comeback going on with the ACC.
The ACC always has 1 or 2 really good teams, and past few years it's been Clemson. Before that it was Florida State.
Right.
And it's got some somewhat good teams that Miami the other year when everybody thought they were going to be big, but then they actually weren't. Teams that scare you but aren't actually as good as
you think.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you have the mediocre teams kind of like Virginia. And then you have crappy teams.
Virginia's got a really this year. Virginia's also on the talk for the Coastal too. They got this quarterback Bryce Perkins. I don't know if you've seen his highlights, but he's like leaping over defenders and throwing darts down the field. So Bradford, what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't really. At the beginning of every football season, everybody has the same chance to win. That's all I'm thinking right now.
I feel that.
I mean, but if you're the best recruiting, if you're the best coach, you're gonna get good players. You're gonna get players who are passionate about winning, and that's how you get to a national championship.
That's a good.
And but I have a question here. Heisman Trophy winner this season. Who is the best? Who do you think is going to pull that out?
A lot of people have their eyes on Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
I don't want to outright say Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence.
Because that would be kind of
Caitlin.
obvious to say. And
What will you say about that, Caitlin?
I think Trevor Lawrence. But like I don't want to say something and then like
I mean,
like
he has
a
a powerhouse wide
There's-
receivers
there's
of
a-
Justin Ross and T. Higgins.
there's a season of football to play in. I mean, who knows? It could be Tua, but the thing about Tua is he kind of chokes in big games.
But the
you
thing-
know, but like I mean, again, there's a whole season to play. I don't want to. Trevor's got a powerful arm, and he's
young.
He's young. He's got a lot to.
He's got a lot of people looking at him
Yeah.
for that too.
Yeah.
Like people already think he's gonna get it.
Yeah, okay, and here's the thing. I think Trevor is truly one of the best, if not the best quarterback in college football. But he won, a national championship, and everyone's kind of like saying he's already Peyton Manning, ready to go in the NFL after his first year. And like no one was saying that before the national championship.
Yeah.
So like people, I think they need to like let Trevor do Trevor, and then instead of like hyping him up to this grand level and just let him play football.
what
I
I
think he is going to be. I think he will be
Yes.
a Hall of Famer in the future and win Super Bowls and all that crazy stuff. But everyone's got to like take it down a notch because when you hype players up like this,
Yeah.
and when they lose, it just makes it so much worse for them.
Yeah, and I feel like because
wanna
everybody's
jinx
hyping him
anything.
up and they want him up there so bad, I feel like this is the season where everybody could be afraid that he's going to get hurt. Like it make a lot of sense because everybody thinks he's going to be this great player, but then he gets hurt and he has to redo it all over again.
And all eyes are not on him no more.
Yeah, if he gets hurt, then the Heisman's like he's not going to have a shot at it
Right.
anymore. But it just makes sense because there's a lot of people. I just see him. This could be the season that he gets hurt and injured, where it has to.
Not trying to jinx anything.
Very beautiful.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Caitlin?
what is
She doesn't know.
All right, we're gonna talk.
Yeah.
Hey, new idea. So
I-
Caitlin,
I-
I know Caitlin had something to talk about with what's going on with the rainforest right now,
Yes.
and a little bit in entertainment with Bachelor in Paradise. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? What's going on?
okay.
That was my line.
I don't even know what that is.
You weren't even getting to it,
So-
Bradford, so I had to do it for you.
Okay, I'll start
Paradise.
with the Bachelor in Paradise. So, like, if you don't know what that is, it's basically the show. Well, whatever you think.
Is his name Jonathan? I don't know. What's his name?
Continue.
All right, no,
Anyways.
just talk.
No, let her talk. Let her.
Yeah, everyone let her talk.
That's what continue means.
Anyways, so basically it's a show, and like you'll have guys and girls that go on the show, and they try and like, and then they'll become like boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. And like if you don't like get a rose from either the guy or the girl, then you get sent home. And like basically the goal is just like to stay there. Like the
Has
whole
anybody
yes.
ever tried to cheat and make their own rose?
No,
Sounds
not,
a lot
not that
like
I know
Love
of.
Island.
Serious questions though, like so
Reality TV
currently,
shows.
right now, what is happening in Bachelor in Paradise? What's the news, the situations?
So there's just a lot of like just drama. Like people got sent home that like you wouldn't think would get sent home.
Yep, yep.
And like people going on like 3 dates at a time, and then like people getting upset because that person went on a date, or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bunch of drama.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess
that's
that
why I
makes good
watch
TV
it.
though, right?
Is it
Yeah.
basically just one of those typical reality TV shows?
I mean, yeah, basically. But I do think sometimes like some of the stuff that they do is staged.
How do you win in Bachelor in Paradise?
It's not like one person
Right.
wins, but like just like if you make it to like it's like I think it's like 6 weeks. So then there's like 12 episodes total. If you like stay all the way to like the last episode, then like you just like leave, I guess, with the person.
Okay.
Okay.
And so, what week are they in? Like
This is
right now?
the fifth week, I want to say. I think there's only one more week.
Now, how many people are in,
Hmm.
and who do you see, like being successful, or who's some of your favorite people on the show?
Okay, I like Dylan and Hannah, but I don't know. I think like something happens there, but I'm not quite sure. I like, oh gosh, what are their names? I
Noah.
like, who?
Sarah and Noah.
Isn't there a Noah?
No.
Is it
what
Zach?
am I
I can't
thinking?
remember.
I'm trying to think. What's his name? I'm like really bad with names.
Just like say ABCs and they'll pop up to you.
Katie and
His name is
Katie and someone. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like.
You must
Mike.
like them a lot if you can remember their names.
I mean,
There's a lot of people.
Well, she can't remember their names right now.
I mean, there's just a lot of people because new people get sent home and then
Colton?
new people come on. No, Colton was on the last Bachelor season.
So
So
that's good.
Yeah.
How many seasons have there been so far?
of Paradise.
Yeah.
I think this is like the 7th season.
7th season.
They're going strong.
So my next question, or what I want to know from Kaylin, is like, with the Amazon rainforest, can you explain like what's happening and what kind of consequences will follow with the burning of the forest?
So basically, like I'm sure like everyone's heard, like the Amazon rainforest is like, it's not. I mean, I'm not quite sure like how like bad it is, but it's like parts of it are on fire because they had like farmers and stuff, like setting fires to like clear their land so like they could do whatever, and those fires like spread and everything, and so basically they're just like trying to figure out like how to get it to stop because the Amazon rainforest is home to like, I read it was like 10 million like different types of like
10
animals.
million
Yeah.
animals. Oh my
Like
gosh.
different types. And so like
That's
That
terrible.
is crazy.
yeah, and then like yeah, I mean there's just like different things you could do. There's like places you could donate to like just like help like raise money, just like stop the fires.
Have you visited before?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I heard that the Amazon rainforest makes up about like 20% of the world's oxygen. So, I mean, I don't know if the rain will put it out or whatever, but you know.
So like
So what are you
So,
doing to?
wait,
Oh
let
no,
me
go
finish
ahead.
this real quick.
No, you go ahead.
So basically, I read that it was like it's not actually 20% of the Earth's oxygen; it's like 6% or something like that. So they're not like worried about like anything about like the oxygen or anything like that because it says like the oxygen comes from like the ocean.
So what have you done so far to like?
Wait, can you please explain that? How does
I
it
don't
come from the
know.
ocean?
I don't know. That's I mean, it's something I read. It was like on a science website.
Was it CNN?
No, it was not CNN.
Well, okay, so I mean, 6% doesn't sound like a lot, you know,
Yeah.
but at the same time, if you lose 6% of the world's oxygen,
Then that's like you're without 6%.
But then we still
Yeah.
have 100% of oxygen in the world.
I see what you did there.
But
like, I'm just.
But basically, they're
I'm
just
saying,
not.
like,
They're just not worried about it. Like
They're
they're
not
not.
worried,
They
it's not a
don't
big
think it's
deal.
all gonna burn down, and they don't think that like it's gonna affect us. Or
So what have you done so far to contribute or help this cause?
I mean, I haven't done anything.
Wait, what? Say it again.
I haven't done anything.
Done.
That's okay.
I mean, I'm
alright.
sorry, I just haven't.
Oh,
So yeah,
your favorite place. Okay.
I've never, I've never even been there.
Is it still?
Huh?
Do y'all know his password? Because it just went off. I'm gonna guess.
I don't know. Don't guess.
I'm
Go,
just
just go get him. We'll keep
Yeah,
talking.
we're gonna keep
Who
going.
should I keep it on? Caitlin?
Just keep on, keep
No,
it
on
on
Caitlin.
No.
Put on Cody. Cody talks the
Yeah, put it on
most.
Cody.
Yeah, I can
That
talk.
works
I
good.
can talk up strong. Okay, so
You want to read poetry?
well, we
Read
gotta
what?
talk about something, not just mess around. So I think we should talk about what.
Marvel.
Memes.
Oh, let's get into a debate about
A
something.
debate.
Okay.
Should we debate
Marvel.
on something?
Marvel. Okay, who do you think is the best? No, who do you think the strongest Marvel character is?
Thor.
Thor.
I feel like it should be Thor.
Yeah, Thor.
Yeah.
Why do you think? Why do you think Thor could not be?
So the computer timed out.
Yeah, you're timed out.
You know what? The feed is still going.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, we're just
Screen
talking
go
about
black, just
Marvel.
move your mouse and keep it going. But I think it was live a long time. I think it was streaming.
Okay.
All right, so we're
Oh,
talking
is
about
that what we were saying?
Avengers.
Yeah.
Avengers.
Yeah.
So we're talking strongest.
Strongest
Avenger.
Marvel hero.
Thor.
Thor. I said
I
Thor.
said Thor.
Kaylin, who do you think?
Thor.
Okay, here's what's hard
Who's your
though.
top three?
This
Your
is what's
top three.
hard to say. All right.
What
this
is?
one's hard because right off the bat, I'm just gonna say Doctor Strange is at 4 for me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna explain that soon. So I think okay, number 1, Scarlet Witch. Number 2, Thor. Number 3, Captain Marvel. Number 4, Doctor Strange. And I'll explain why.
Thor would destroy.
I have to disagree with you on
And
that.
I know. I'm gonna explain real quick.
Go
all right?
ahead. Go ahead.
Scarlet Witch, right? You see, it's kind of inconsistent in the movies. Her power levels are like all over the place, but
I have a fact.
but in Endgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
She goes toe to toe with Thanos again, without the stones. You know, if you had the stones, it's handy dandy work.
Okay.
But you know, she goes toe to toe with him, and it's shown she beats him 1-on-1. Now, I mean, that just it was like it was a good fight, but you know, and she was gonna tear him up or whatever she was gonna do.
Squish him with his armor.
But yeah, and then he was like rain, fire, and so that kind of incapacitated her. Then
But the,
Thor, all right, Thor. I feel like in Endgame he was a little weaker than he was
That's
in
not
Infinity
true. I
War.
have a fact.
And-
Russo brothers confirmed that Thor was.
well, Russo
most-
brothers like to say a lot of stuff that contradicts what they say earlier. They said that old man Steve Rogers could have been in the old movies, even though that contradicts their own time travel
No,
rules. So I'm not gonna listen to that. But I do think, I mean, he was still very powerful. I'm not denying that, but he kind of got owned by Thanos real quick in Endgame. In Infinity War, you know,
he
was
defeated him.
in Infinity War. He did.
But you got to understand something. Without Thor's hammer, what is he?
Well, in Ragnarok,
God of
they say
Thunder.
he's the god of thunder. You know, he's a conduit for lightning.
I
and
don't
stuff.
think he needs his hammer. His
Yeah, he-
hammer just helps him out.
The,
you know?
the axe is supposed to be like one of the most powerful weapons, though. That's why he needed it, because it's like a king's axe, and it has the Bifrost or whatever.
Yeah.
And then number 3, Captain Marvel. Okay, this is tough between her and Doctor Strange, just because
The problem is you haven't seen
that
neither of
exactly.
them that
Like
much.
I'm basing it off of like, you know, it's hard. She in her movie she doesn't have any trouble beating all the bad guys. Then in Endgame, she just kind of destroys an entire ship by flying through it. And then she has
Yeah,
a
that
little,
was
she has,
sick.
she has a little thing going, a little fight with Thanos that it was pretty even. Then he used the Power Stone. He knocked her out cold. So I'm gonna give her a slight edge.
I
And
have a
Doctor
question.
Strange, I'm just having him right outside of that, just because he has a lot up his sleeve and he's really powerful. And I think he could get more, maybe move up on the list. But right now, he's done a lot. But he was beaten by Thanos with stones.
He
so
held his own against the
he
stones.
he did.
He like almost beat him almost, but then the stones, man.
yeah.
Yeah, the stones, man. See, and that's the thing. We don't know what he could do against Thanos when he didn't.
He can see his every move.
Because Thanos had the sword in this movie, so we don't know what. We didn't see them fight in Endgame, but who knows what would have happened. So
I have a
that's
question about
that's
the
my
movie.
piece.
All right, so all the stones,
Right.
They protect your reality, apparently, And so what happens now that Thanos has destroyed all of the stones? Does something happen, or?
Well,
He didn't really destroy them though either. He just said he reduced them to atoms. So I mean,
Oh yeah, so
I feel like nobody's gonna worry about them for the next phase. But I feel like there's gonna come a time, or they're gonna need them again, and somebody's gonna have to go get them.
I think when he said gone, reduced to atoms, I don't think that in that maybe what Jett says, where they can't ever just be eternally just disappear and gone. Like you can't snap away stones. They're just stones, but
They
like,
are the source
but,
of power. That
yeah,
helps.
and so if they're like, I mean, shoot, I don't know. I mean, in the movie, that lady said that they all make up like the flow of time,
Reality.
but that didn't seem to
The Big
affect it
Bang.
at all. So maybe she didn't know
Yeah,
what she was
but,
talking about.
Caitlin, what do you think about
and,
that?
and Captain America
After he
had,
gets
had
through.
to return the stones just so that their timelines could go on the way it was supposed to. I think he had to return the stones just so the timelines didn't diverge or anything like that. Same thing.
Do you
Yeah.
think that
talking about earlier.
it would have taken less than 5 years to save everybody if Thor hadn't have killed Thanos when he did? Because they could have kept him for information. He could have been lying. Maybe the stones are still out there, and something just happened to him that he didn't tell anybody.
I think if Thor didn't kill him, somebody else would have.
Yeah, no,
Like-
anyone was gonna.
There's no way he would have been alive more than a week past that if Thor didn't kill him.
And honestly, that's the only weapon that I don't know. Isn't Stormbreaker like one of the only things that can?
Thanos'
Kill
skin is
Thanos.
like
Yeah,
impenetrable.
because Iron Man in Infinity War was like giving him everything he had and it made him bleed a little on his cheek. But I mean, Thor's axe just went.
But yeah, like couldn't Captain Marvel
Stabbed
just
him,
flown
he cut
through
off
her?
his hand.
Captain Marvel could have just flown right through him, right? But
Yeah, Captain Marvel. I wonder, could Captain Marvel just flown through him? She could fly through his ship.
I feel like he would have been able to stop it. The ship thing, is different. Everybody says she's so powerful because she flew through the ship. But the thing is Infinity War, Thor does the exact same thing.
he does.
He
He's flying
flies-
around.
He
I
flew through
noticed
the
that.
ships with
That
like the
Wakanda-
like
the
dog
Stormbreakers.
evil.
Yeah,
That
he was
guy,
flying
alien
through
ship.
them. And I mean, he could have done it in Endgame, and I don't know why he didn't.
Right.
I feel like that was mostly just to put on.
Well, he was mostly on the ground fighting.
I mean, like,
yeah, but he could have.
how else were they gonna have Captain Marvel enter
Yeah.
into that fight?
The thing too with that is with the Captain Marvel thing is like she's strong, but I feel like what puts her her and Doctor Strange is very hard for me to tell. I'd probably put him above her because he's a lot smarter than she is. Because she goes on to Thanos and she's like thinks she can beat him just because she knows she's tough.
Yeah, she
Like,
is
in
very
the movies-
cocky, and Doctor
Yeah.
Strange is very strategical.
Yeah. Doctor Strange was cocky, or he was in the beginning of his movie, but he slowly just learned what he is, which is.
See, I'm not one of those Captain Marvel haters. I think that's dumb. I mean, you can think whatever you can think about the character, but I mean the actress, but the character is what the character is, and again, we just haven't seen enough to make like a proper judgment. And until we see more, I think,
Hands down, I think Doctor Strange is really the most powerfulest. I know we haven't seen we've seen like a lot of full potential of what he can do, but I just feel like in a great time like Endgame, he could have how he opened up the portals and released all the Marvel characters.
Yeah, I think he and Scarlet Witch have the most potential because Scarlet and the thing is, if you know anything about Scarlet Witch from comic books or whatever, I read up and I saw that she's so powerful that at one point she got so angry that she sent everyone to a different dimension or something. So
That's
apparently
awesome.
from what the head of Marvel movies said, I can't remember his name, but he was like, she's just barely kind of scratching the surface of her powers.
Alright,
And Doctor Strange has all these other magic things.
That's,
So
I
he's got
feel
a lot
like
of potential too.
In Doctor Strange's next movie, what is it, Madness of the Multiverse or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I feel like because it's going to be
And
him
she's
and
in it.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
That's going to be it's going to be a movie that shows us what they have. It's going to show us that Doctor Strange's full power and stuff. It's going to show us
team up
what
stuff.
Scarlet Witch has to.
Can Doctor Strange manipulate death though? I do not know. Can
Let's
Oh,
move
you know
on.
what?
Let's,
I don't know.
Let's
move on. I'm gonna name some of the new movies in the next phase, and y'all just say yes or no. Are you going to see it? Are you excited for it?
Let's go one at a time.
Yeah, I
We'll say
am.
yes or no, too.
Black. We're gonna start with Cody. Black Panther 2,
Yes.
and you can say thoughts on it if you want, Michael.
absolutely.
I probably won't go see it unless the trailer looks super good. But
Wakanda Forever, Caitlin.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that movie. I think the first one was more of a Wakanda movie. I'd like because in Civil War he was so cool, And I feel like in Black Panther it was more focused on like everyone else and like the world building rather than him, which I kind of think they could have done. But I still really liked it. I think this is an opportunity to focus on him more.
Next-
So
next
I-
movie.
If Black Panther 2, though, has like Namor in it, is the
Yeah.
villain for it, I'll definitely go
That
see
would
it.
be awesome.
But the thing about Black Panther, the first one, is it was not like a $1 billion movie for what it was, in my opinion.
I think is, you know, I personally really enjoy it. I didn't think it was one of the best Marvel movies, but I think, you know, it
was cool.
means something else
Yeah.
for other people, you know, African American people
From
probably.
Africa.
It probably was like, you know, a big kind of inspiring thing for them. It's kind of like the same thing with that scene in Endgame with the female team up scene. Not everyone
The
liked that.
A4s.
Yeah, not everyone liked that. But then you have to remember, you know, when I was in the theater, I saw like a little girl jumping up and down when she saw that, and I kind of, you know, then you realize who that scene is for. So, you know,
Alright.
yeah.
Next
Yeah.
movie, we got the Eternals. That will be. What do y'all think about that?
No. I'll look up like a summary on my own time. I just can't. I can't.
Has Salma Hayek, people like that playing. I never really
I
knew who
don't
the
know.
Eternals
I don't know.
were. Do y'all?
Unless there's like some.
You don't wanna
crazy-
The only thing that interests me about that is Black Knight being in it.
Mm.
Because they just casted
Caitlyn.
the guy from Game of Thrones to do it.
All right. Well,
Caitlyn,
next.
what do you think?
No one really cares. Caitlyn,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
care about that movie, The Eternals?
Well, that's my camera.
Yeah,
on.
so
No.
no one really cares about
It
that.
Oh wait, your battery died.
What, mine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, just
Try
get
to-
in.
try
Get
to-
in with somebody. Yeah. But you can hold your microphone. But She-Hulk. What do you think?
no, most definitely.
That's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
that's
you know
gonna be only on Disney Plus.
Unless it's like super cool and has
mean,
the Hulk in it.
If it has other Hulk characters in,
I
that'd be
think
great.
I think it has potential. I'm not saying no to that. I think there's potential there.
All right, Caitlin, do you like She-Hulk, Girl Hulk?
I honestly don't know. It just depends on how like good the trailer looks.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's like people say that like they're just trying to make a girl Hulk. That's an old character. That character's been around forever.
All
Like,
right,
yeah.
yay or nay, Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
Nay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll just be another
Yay.
spy
That would be
action
cool.
movie.
I
or
would-
something.
I'm excited for Black Widow.
I am very excited
That
for
would be
Black
a really-
Widow.
that
I'm
would
actually
be a
kind of
good movie.
I've seen some like information about that. You know, it's got a good villain, good cast.
I think there's
it's
gonna be a lot of
solid movie. It's a very different movie.
Sick hand-to-hand
Yeah,
combat. Like
I'm
Me?
hyped. I'm
I'm
hyped
the
for that.
I'm the type of person. If really, this is just my opinion. If you don't really have any powers, because you know Batman doesn't have any powers, but it's a good movie. He's a billionaire with technology. But
right.
Black Widow, she's just good at her hands and stuff at fighting. So it'll be like just a regular spy movie for me.
Well,
Well, if they bring back like Captain America or the Falcon
Yeah.
to it, like they at least have a cameo.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good movie.
gonna
It's
be
not really
based off
all
her
about her.
backstory.
It just needs to be about.
I mean,
they
I don't
got
know.
later.
I'm kind of interested because her whole time in the Marvel movies has just been, you know, when you first see her, she's more of just like,
Like, how did Tony
she's
Stark
there.
find her, you know?
But I mean, in Endgame, it's the first time we really get some real development with her, and I feel like, you know, she's been around for so long. I think I'm excited just to know more about the character in general. That's just
Alright.
my opinion. So,
Yay or
yeah.
nay? Yay or nay? Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yay.
Yes.
Yay, but
Yeah.
I don't know how I fully feel about it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know much except that there will be Girl Thor now, like his ex-girlfriend will be.
Yeah, I want to see what they do with that. I'm not really interested by it but I want to see how well they can pull it off.
I don't
I'm
want Thor
interested.
being replaced.
Yeah.
I don't want Thor being replaced.
I don't want to see him die.
I don't want to see him die, but I am interested in seeing female Thor and Valkyrie again.
Alright, so
I
that's
love
all
them,
yay?
So that's a yay for
Wait,
me.
Yeah.
I never understood something. Did Thor ever get his eye back?
He has
He
a
got
fake
a,
one.
like
He's
a
a fake
prosthetic, I think.
All right, next one: The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm very excited for that
Yes.
one.
I think that's gonna be like a really good buddy cop duo dynamic thing. I think that's it's got a lot of potential, and it's got what's his face from Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Baron
so,
Zemo?
you know, old characters showing up. I think it's going to be a solid show, and
feel-
I can't wait to see what
I feel like that
Falcon
one's-
will be like as Captain America.
I feel like that one's gonna be a lot like Daredevil was on Netflix for Netflix Marvel. I feel like it's gonna be a
yeah,
lot
like
that.
a flagship type
All right,
show.
Yeah.
so that's yay for everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Next one: Wanda Vision.
Nay.
Think about that. Nay.
Maybe.
I'm definitely gonna read up on it because I know
Because Vision's dead. So how is
Vision's dead. It might be like a big. I saw a poster for it and it was like them in a '60s house and '60s clothes. I'm like, maybe it's like a big world she's created for herself with her powers. I don't know.
I'll probably watch it.
Vision's not very interesting to me. I liked it more
Yeah.
when he was Jarvis. And I
You know,
like
Disney
Wanda,
Plus.
but the idea of the show is not very interesting. So I just, whatever happens to her powers and whatever, how more powerful she gets, I'm gonna read up on it for sure.
So, yay.
Nay for watching it.
Nay. All right, next
Yeah.
one. Doctor Strange in the
Absolutely.
multiverse
Yeah.
of madness.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
That will also be really cool. You know, just seeing all the crazy powers. And apparently it's gonna be like scary or something.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be the first horror movie in Marvel.
That's.
I want to
very
see how they're gonna
fascinating.
pull that off.
Because, like, the demons he has to fight.
Mhm. That would be cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like scary movies, but probably I'll go see it.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so
That's
yay.
good. That's a yay for
That's
her.
a
What do y'all think about? I'm gonna say two at once here. The new Hawkeye and Loki. That's two.
Okay.
good ones.
I'm excited for
Yay for me on Hawkeye. Nay for Loki. Loki has done everything Loki needs to do. We don't need more. If we were gonna have a Loki thing, we should have had it earlier because he's done everything. We don't need. We're done with evil Loki. Evil Loki had his time. Now he's good Loki. Then he died. Now we have to have old Loki again doing whatever he's doing. It could be funny or interesting. I don't know. But it's a nay for me on that. Hawkeye.
Do you think they would bring Thor into that?
No.
No.
I don't think
No,
it would.
they won't.
But Hawkeye, I mean, apparently he's training like Kate Bishop,
Kate
which is like
Bishop,
supposed to
yeah.
be girl Hawkeye. So I think that could be interesting. And apparently it'll show some of his time as like being Ronin, that samurai version of himself.
that'll be
So I
cool.
think it's interesting. It's probably, I'm not as excited for it as other shows, but it's all right.
The thing about Loki is they're talking about it being 2012 Loki, which doesn't really excite me. I'm really hoping that they're just lying about it or something, and then there's going to be a big plot twist into the show, like other Loki's not dead or something.
Because
But,
he has the cube, right? That's
yeah,
what's
but
right.
I don't want to see him like travel through time and stuff and screw stuff up like they
Yeah,
said
it's
it's going to be.
kind of
Like,
silly.
Unless it's just seems super exciting, because to me it just seems like a like cartoon show that you normally watch. Like,
Right.
All right, well, let's move on from Marvel and let's talk about the game on Friday. Teal Hannah.
I'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
I will be there. I got my
Definitely.
Hawaiian shirt ready.
Yeah, I got my
and,
Hawaiian
do you have
shirt.
A lay? Do you have a lay?
I don't have a lay.
I
Do you
don't
have an extra lay, Caitlin?
I have a few.
Unfortunately,
I can
don't.
maybe bring in one. For
All right,
you.
bring one for me.
So we're all going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't you doing the jumbotron though?
Yeah, I am.
Mikel's over here is going to be operating the.
That will be me.
For the first game.
But versus Emerald,
I don't know much about Emerald.
I
Are they
really
good?
don't.
who gets the start at quarterback? Carson Batchelor or Noah Hamby?
They'll start Carson.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
gonna
Noah,
start Carson.
he's good. Not. I mean, he's good, but like, I feel like Carson's just got it all figured out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's more advanced.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see Carson, and I want to see what they all can do, because it's the first game. So like, I want
Big
to see what
step.
Carson can do. I want to see what Noah can do, and then I want to see what Jack and Fletcher.
Yeah, I think we'll have an opportunity to see.
Alright.
I'm
Cody
excited.
play.
I'm very excited for Jack though.
All right, Cody,
Jack.
score prediction tonight.
Score prediction tonight.
I mean, Friday night.
Well, I don't know anything about Emerald.
don't either.
Like, I literally know nothing.
I think we beat them like 24-7.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
something.
say 28.
It wasn't a blowout, but we beat them
Yeah.
by more than 2
From what
touchdowns.
I
I was gonna
remember-
say 28-16.
Yeah.
Michael?
Same thing. I don't really know much about them.
All right.
Come back to me. Hold up. I'm gonna look something up.
Okay, move on to Caitlin.
Caitlin, who do you think's going to win tonight? What's going to be the score?
I
Friday
mean,
night.
I think Hannah will win. Like they were saying, I don't know much about Emerald. I mean, last year we were better than them. I'm not quite sure like how our team's looking this year, but I'm definitely thinking we're gonna win. I'm not sure the score.
All right, Cody, how do you think Coach Ten will be in his debut Friday night?
I got a good feeling about Coach Tone. I think he's got a lot of spirit, a lot of heart, and that's what you really need to lead a team. You got to be a motivator, and I think he's got that under control.
Apparently, we beat them 47-7 last year.
Whoa, big
Okay.
blowout.
Well, I mean, I don't know. There some
Win this
people
year.
left, a lot of
Yeah.
key people left, so I don't know.
There's some
I'm
big
gonna.
spots.
I think we're
spots
still gonna beat them. Maybe I'm thinking 24-14, maybe 24-17.
Yeah. I said. So I'm gonna stick with my 28-16, but who knows what could happen? Maybe we do some magical thing again like that.
All right, so what do y'all think? Can Hannah make it back-to-back state appearances?
I don't know. Not
I
this year,
hate to hate, but and I'm not hating, but I just think we had a really complete team, and I think this year, with some key players gone, it will be sort of a I hate saying
Do that
rebuilding
again.
year, but we are kind of rebuilding
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
seeing what we can
There
do.
was
And it's the
just-
beginning of the season too, so we
There are
don't
just
know
some really
everything
big
yet.
spots to fill, you know, like
Like
Mhm.
Zach
Zach
Pickens.
Pickens.
Yeah, Zach
big
Pickens.
spots to fill. And I mean, they may have filled them great.
I like
but
how we all
I
just
mean,
said
I
Zach
can't say
Pickens.
I
until
mean,
the first
5-star
game.
South Carolina Gamecocks. All right, well, moving on. Let's
So, Caitlin, you got more. What else is going on? What else is new in the world right now?
That's a great question.
Can we talk about how there is a big tropical storm about to hit on Puerto Rico, Category 3 hurricane?
So you know what's crazy? I was checking up on hurricanes recently, and I'll tell you why. Because every year, I feel like we've been having a hurricane during like October. So I was like, let's see if there's a hurricane heading our way again. And then I read about that.
10
and-
towards Puerto Rico, not us.
Yeah, I know. I read about that though when I was doing my hurricane research, and I mean, I feel like Puerto Rico isn't treated with enough like urgency as other states
Yeah.
are, because it's not like a state, but
Territory.
but yeah, it's a territory.
That's
so
that's
I
where
feel like-
they're having all the problems with like the economy and stuff.
right,
Right,
and I feel like there needs to be more focus, and I feel like we're not showing enough care towards Puerto Rico. So I
Yeah.
think we need to start focusing on that.
I mean, I feel like a hurricane will come towards us. Like.
Oh yeah, I
late
feel like
September.
in like a month,
Yeah.
we'll get one.
The past 2
Like we
years we've
normally
had
do.
Not much
hurricanes.
damage.
At the
still.
same time of year, we've
Yeah.
had a hurricane.
Because what was it last year? What did we have last year?
Like her Irma.
Irma was like Florence
our
was last
freshman year.
Florence was
Florence was
last
last
year,
year,
and then
yeah.
Irma was
And
freshman.
And we did we get out of school last year for Florence?
got out one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
right.
that. Or no, it was Michael. It was Hurricane Michael. I
Oh,
remember that 'cause it was a
okay,
Thursday,
yeah.
And
I
it
remember
didn't
now.
even storm.
Hurricanes.
I remember that's like I hate the hurricanes, but I love getting out of school for them.
Right, like you don't want them,
But
but at the same time, you're hoping if you have them.
But if you have to deal with them,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
a few days off school
It's nice
too.
living up here though, because all you get is like the rain and then like the storms. And
Right,
stuff like that,
right.
Which is nice.
You get a few limbs falling, a few trees down, but it's not like
That's about it.
Yeah, you
Anything
know what?
super
Actually, for
damaged.
Irma, there were some like strong winds in my town, and then I was like, oh, well, that wasn't that bad. It was just really strong rain. We drive through, and then there's a tree on the house. So,
I
Geez,
saw
up there,
a tree
Trey.
landed on a car on the news. Great insurance will take care of that, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that's right. You gotta get your insurance. So,
and
Caitlin,
Caitlin,
you got any more
Don't have
topics?
any more topics.
what do you don't have any more topics?
What's y'all's opinion on the app TikTok?
let's put that on Caitlin's the TikTok.
Caitlin, what's your
You're the
opinion?
TikTok expert.
No.
You have to, Caitlin.
No.
You have
What's
to.
your
Caitlin,
opinion?
we're not
What's your
moving on
opinion
until you.
What's your opinion on
Yeah,
the
what
app?
is your opinion?
On TikTok?
Well,
Yes,
like
that-
its growth
yeah.
and what you think of it and how
I
you
mean-
like
Is
it.
it
and
gross?
Is it addictive? Just say.
Have you
say
did one?
random things.
Huh?
Have you made one?
Yeah.
she has a whole thing for them.
No, I don't like. I'm not as like.
She's
one of
not
those-
TikTok famous.
No, and I don't really want to be like. That's
TikTok-
not something I'm interested in. I just have it because like my friends got it, and then I got it just.
So you're like follow the leader, basically.
I mean,
Peer pressure, man.
All right,
Can't have
hold
it.
on, let's
It's
let
not
Caitlin
peer
speak.
pressure,
Like,
okay,
But my
yeah.
question for Caitlin is like, do you think it's addicting? Do you think it, like, what do you have to say about its growth? How prominent do you think it'll be, and how
think
how
it'll
long do you
last?
think it'll last?
I don't think it'll last that much longer.
You think it'll die?
Yeah.
It's really just like musically too.
Yeah.
You
It's,
know,
it's the
and
same thing.
everyone
It's
started
that same
hating on
thing.
Dub
Musically after a
smash.
while.
Dub smash.
Well, the thing I think about it is like some of the stuff on there is funny stuff. Like some
Some
of
of
it's
it
got
is
good
funny.
content, but a lot of it's just
It's the same
just
thing over
people
and over
trying to
again.
get followers and just making like stupid videos.
Yeah, I hate when I
of just
see
them
like
dancing or
the
singing.
20th guy or girl like with the same
like the same like
same
the sound.
same song, same
Yeah.
idea. It's just a
Yeah.
copy. They just want they try to they're like
Yeah.
look how high I
Cheat
am
on
or
you,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, and now follow me, and it's like
Yeah.
you're not original. And
Yeah.
everything. It's a
I-
little
I feel
there
like-
is some funny stuff.
I feel like we're gonna get lucky soon, and those people are gonna stop making it because they're gonna realize nobody cares.
Because you know
But
what?
then we're gonna get like people who are actually good at it.
Yeah, because
Like
when
the
musically.
funny stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Musically was like kind of cringe, you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
that got deleted. And then
Dub smash before musically.
yeah, and so musically was gone, and then they added TikTok. And what was great about TikTok at first is that it was all like just ironic meme people, and then
Yeah.
and then the Musically people that you know and love all came on, and now they're taking over TikTok right now,
Yeah.
and it's back to the way it was. So it's just Musically 2 right now for me, in my opinion.
What's another topic we can talk about?
All right, well, no,
We're
I
all
think
out of
that
time.
yeah, we are running out of time, so I'm gonna send it over. I'm gonna send it over to Jett to call us out right now.
So we want to end it now?
I mean,
Sign off.
Yeah,
pretty much out of time. We have 10 minutes.
unless y'all want to talk about something else
Or-
before, but
I mean, I can keep going on about TikTok.
I mean,
I
I,
can
don't really
rant
like
about it.
TikTok.
I hate it.
Bradford, you have TikTok.
I have it, but that don't mean I like it. I can have things.
Ooh.
I mean, like, oh yeah, roast battle and podcast.
No,
Yeah.
roast battles.
But
Yeah, let's sign off with a few good roasts on Kaylin.
No.
Nah, that's mean. No
that is
bullying.
mean. That is
No
mean.
bullying on Jett.
We don't do bullying on
what do y'all
Jett.
feel? How do y'all feel about Hannah's lunch menu?
I
Disgusting.
mean, I don't eat lunch
That's
here.
not nice. I like it.
I
You
bring
want my
own
true
lunch,
opinion?
so-
I think the garlic pizza thing, whatever they call it, I think for past 2 weeks they've been doing a stand-up job on it. I'm just waiting until I get a burned one, but so far
No burnt ones.
it's been good. It's all been really good.
I just wish they would put salt on the fries. You know.
You know what? Ketchup is like my stand-in for salt.
Well, I don't eat ketchup.
yeah,
so
it has.
That's-
I mean, it has
that's
salt
tough.
in it.
I don't eat ketchup.
Yeah, because like the fries, don't get me wrong, they are pretty
Disgusting.
All right, last topic here.
soggy.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
What do y'all think about Chick-fil-A's new macaroni menu on
It's
the?
so good.
I didn't like it.
It's so good.
I've
Okay,
yet
that's
to
great.
try.
Guys,
I haven't
love
tried it
it.
yet.
It's so
I've not
good.
tried it yet.
I've
So-
yet to try.
How much
it.
it
So
cost?
this is a great opportunity for Jett and
It's like
Caitlin
$3.
to debate a little. So let's put it over to Jett and Caitlin, and they can talk about that for a bit.
All right, debate macaroni and cheese. Chick-fil-A.
It's too soggy. I didn't like it.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just like how you like your macaroni and cheese. Like,
I like the cheese on top, like a good crisp macaroni and cheese, like the one your grandma makes and brings
yeah,
at
I mean,
Thanksgiving.
I do too, but I also like the one at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
The
good.
Chick-fil-A
You should
one,
try
the
it.
cheese kind of.
You should-
I didn't like
you
the
should
cheese.
try it.
It made me almost want to throw up. So.
Oh man.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
It does not make
it-
you want to throw
it
up.
made me
It's
wanna
good,
throw up.
And you should get it.
I didn't like it.
Well, that's great. That's
Well, he's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah.
From most people I've heard, they like
A lot
it.
of people like it, but
So,
I didn't. And I love Chick-fil-A. So
I mean, you eat it almost every day.
yeah, like almost every day. It's like my favorite place. To
He
eat.
doesn't even
have
go
y'all,
home
like,
for dinner.
Have y'all seen that
I
thing
do
where
go
they
home for
like they
dinner.
put the chicken or like the
Just a
fries
joke,
in like
by the way.
a salad bowl at Chick-fil-A and then they
No.
like, shake
I
it
don't
up.
eat salad.
They shake it up with no, it's not salad. They like put the fries or like the chicken in like a bowl and then they like shake it up with sauce in it. It just looks really good.
It looks good. I mean, I haven't
Yeah.
even tried it, so.
I don't know.
y'all-
I haven't
You need a
either. I mean,
burrito?
I've
What's
seen
y'all's
it.
opinion on the spicy chicken sandwich?
It's good.
It's good.
Okay, now-
Cody can help you out with
Yeah.
this.
You
gotta
because
step
Cody
in here.
just loves
Spicy chicken
He eats
sandwich
it.
is the best item on the Chick-fil-A menu, in my opinion. You can get the deluxe one, the normal one, whatever. It is so good. Just like okay,
Is it-
I,
is
I
it
got my
delicious?
I got my braces off right before summer, and I'll tell you, the first meal I had was a spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich, and I bit into it, and I'll tell you right now, nothing was caught. It was
Was it
one
like
of the most
heaven in your
satis-
mouth?
shh. It was one of the most satisfying meals I have had. And when I'm just hungry and I don't know what to do and I'll go get one, it warms my heart. It's spicy, it's great, it's just crisp, crunchy, delicious chicken. I love it. It's my favorite item.
All right. What's better, Chick-fil-A sauce or Zax sauce?
Zach sauce.
I don't like
hands
either
down.
of them.
I
They're
don't know.
both good. I can't
It
really.
Zax
depends-
sauce.
Yeah,
I honestly prefer the Polynesian sauce at Chick-fil-A over to the normal
I
Chick-fil-A.
love the mild
I like
lumpy at
the-
Zach
I
sauce.
like
Definitely-
honey mustard from both places.
favorite sauce at Chick-fil-A is the Chick-fil-A sauce. But,
Polynesian
like,
sauce.
Polynesian, yeah.
Dipping
No.
your
Beyond that,
fries.
and that was my first time trying that yesterday.
yeah.
And it was amazing.
Michael over here, he had not tried
The Polynesian
the
sauce.
Polynesian sauce, and the great
In my
thing
entire
you can
life.
do is that you can take the fries and you dip them in. And yesterday he did that.
Yes.
I
It
did.
was great. He got himself a sauce, and
You're supposed to dip the
I
fries.
I like the fries in the
Yeah, you can- no,
Polynesian
you can
and
dip
then
the
the
fries in
chicken
sauce.
in the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Caitlin, you missed it. We had an awesome time
I
yesterday. You
know.
could have been
I
there.
know.
yeah.
but
What do
there
you
was-
think
Caitlin
about-
had actually missed her duties
I actually
yesterday.
did not. I
What do y'all think about the volleyball
Yeah.
teams this year? How'd they look?
Oh yeah, we've not
We're
talked
pretty.
about
We're
that.
pretty good, hands down.
I think varsity dominant as always, you know.
Varsity looks good.
What's her name? What's
Varsity
her
didn't
name?
lose. Taylor
Talking about
Grace.
Taylor Grace.
Taylor Grace.
Taylor Grace went off.
Went off. I think Kate Curtis and Megan Brown had a really good chemistry going on. Like they were communicating so well last night, and I mean
Bella
their
Easton.
defense
Taylor.
was great.
Bella Easton played well.
Bella Easton was also fantastic. I mean, a lot of standouts. They all did a really great job.
Both teams looked good.
And
but
JV was solid. They just couldn't really capitalize on the end there, but they have a lot of potential. I think they were looking really good.
the one problem I saw is I didn't really watch the other teams, so I didn't know if they were just as good as Hannah was, because they went into overtime with both teams. Or was it
Yeah.
just Malden.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess it's overtime, but I don't know. They still got a few more like try matches and practices before the full season starts for sure.
Go Hannah.
But hopefully they can improve on whatever else they need to improve on and fix everything up. But they look good
I think
now.
that's a good thing to end it on. Jett, you can sign us off.
Okay, bye.
I'm Michael.
All right. Is that Jett? You just said okay, bye.
You guys say signing off.